Now, before I get into what I'm about to get into, I just want to make sure that each and every one of you guys hit that like or dislike button, put some Coach K full court pressure on that notification bell so you can be notified each and every time I upload a video or go live on my YouTube channel. And once again, this is your boy E Thriller. Welcome back. Now, first things first, I know you guys can sense in my tone that I sound a little bit depressed, but that's because I am. Because as you can see, man, if you ever wonder why a lot of people, whether they're casual boxing fans or whether they're diehard boxing fans such as myself, when people say that boxing is on life support, man, it's because of shit like this. I mean, do y'all see this? I mean, your boy Errol Spence decided to come out of hiding, right? And he said, and I quote, at 9:32 p.m. on yesterday, 3/17/2021, we'll see who's holding up what when I get this third belt. End quote. Now, the last time I checked, I could have sworn that Errol Spence was the same dude who went on his IG Live, or the chick he was with, I don't fucking know, that said, I'm a 60-40 a nigga. Fuck it, 70-30. Keep playing with me. I'm a 80-20 a nigga, right? You understand what I'm saying? And I found it kind of funny, but at the same time, very disrespectful. And then he went on to say that the belts don't feed his kids, right? Well, if that's the case, Errol Spence, then why in the fuck are you pursuing a fight where you're Dana's Ugas to get that third strap from him? I'll wait. I'll fucking wait. So instead of going after Bud, who's been having a belt for God knows, I don't know how fucking long at the welterweight division, you decide to go after Ugas, and you wouldn't make damn near nowhere near close to the money that you would make with a fucking Terence Bud Crawford, right? I mean, somebody drop a comment below and let me know if I'm tripping, because I'm just holding the man to his words. Y'all know my slogan. You understand what I'm saying? I will whoop a motherfucker with his own statements. That's what I pleasure, to channel my pops on Friday. You understand what I'm saying? So again, because if we're basing this on Errol Spence's logic, because again, he said the shit, I didn't, he did. I'm just giving you guys my honest opinion as a fucking YouTuber, as a diehard fan of the sport of boxing, as a guy who wants to see the best go up against the best. Then shouldn't he be on the phone with Top Ranks, Bob Arum, Todd the Buff, or hell, even Terence Bud Crawford on a Zoom call or something, I don't know, so they can both feed their friends and family and kids? Because let's be honest, Terence Crawford has a lot of kids too. You understand what I'm saying? And maybe, just maybe, if he makes this fight, then maybe he can go buy some more horses, you know, some chickens, some pigs and shit. I don't know what Errol Spence is into these days. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's obvious he ain't into fighting the best. You understand what I'm saying? He ain't into that shit right now. He is no longer the boogeyman. I mean, what happened? What happened to strap season? What in the fuck has happened to Man Down? Inquiring minds want to know. Because your boy E Thriller, I was once a fan. I miss the old Errol Spence. I miss the guy who was chasing the guy with the ponytail. You understand what I'm saying? I miss him. Because I was all for Errol Spence getting a shot at Keith Thurman, at Danny Garcia, and Sean Porter when they were all ducking the smoke with the young and up-and-coming lion in Errol Spence, who I think at the time was what, 16-0, 17-0, coming off a fight with Lamont Peterson, coming off a fight with motherfucking Chris Algieri, you know, when nobody wanted to give him an opportunity. I was all for him. All for him. But something changed, y'all, and y'all just got to call a spade a spade. Something changed with your man whenever he won that belt from fucking Kell Brook. I don't know what it was. Maybe the hype, maybe the fame. I don't know. I'm just saying I miss the old Errol Spence. I miss the guy that wanted to go into the welterweight division and fuck everybody up. That's what I miss. But I digress on that point. Because at the end of the day, how long do we have to wait for this fight, y'all? I mean, how long do we have to wait for this fight? It sells itself. Whether it's to unify or to become undisputed, it really don't matter to us real fight fans. So based off of everything I have presented to you, because he's basically saying, hey, he's the holdup. If you're reading what the fuck I am reading, he is saying he is the holdup. He is trying to clean the quote unquote his side of the street up before he takes the chance to get in a ring with somebody who is comparable as him, who is on the same fucking level as him, who does not fear him, just like he doesn't fear Bud, and put those fucking titles on the line. He's basically saying he's the holdup. He's been the holdup this whole time. This is the PBC way. So again, when people say the sport of boxing is dead or it's on life support, hey, it's hard to argue with them. It's very fucking hard to argue with them, man. I just don't understand why. Why? How long does this fight have to marinate in a pot on a stove before y'all serve this shit up to the fans, man? I just want to know. Please, can somebody, anybody who hates my channel, who loves my channel, who supports me, who doesn't support me, who want to comment but won't comment, who hate the fact that I ride on fucking fanboys, I don't give a fuck. Can somebody drop a comment below and explain this bullshit to me? Because this is what is wrong with the sport of boxing. We are in an era where everything happens like that, right? We have social media, whether it's YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, IG, and beyond, Reddit. The list goes on and on. How much fucking time do you guys think we have to wait on something that we have been waiting for 4 fucking years? I mean, because at some point, and a lot of people felt this way, whenever the Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao fight finally happened, people kind of wasn't interested, or they felt like the fight didn't live up to its hype because of what? Because they were not in their respective primes anymore. Yeah, Floyd was in his mid-30s and so was Manny. Floyd was the older guy and Manny was slightly younger. But at the same time, we did not get the fight when we wanted to see the fight. Now, I'm not going to go into the intricacies of why it didn't happen when we wanted it to happen. But the proof is in the pudding. Boxing is the only fucking sport on planet Earth to where they say, hey, we have to wait and let this shit build up before we can give it to y'all. We don't care if you want it right now, so what? We're going to sell you on these lopsided ass matchups. You know, we're going to give you the Spences versus the Ugases, or the Terence Crawfords versus the Josito Lopez. You understand? We're going to put it on pay-per-view. We're going to expect for you guys to pay $80 fucking to watch this in high definition. And then whenever we feel like it's time for them to fight, here you go. And then the fight don't even live up to what the fuck we thought it was going to live up to. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen between Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, because to be honest with you guys, I feel like it's a 50-50 fight. When have I ever said who was I picking? I think that's what makes this fight so intriguing. Because although these guys are, you know, a lot different from one another as far as outside of the ring and how they live and shit like that, inside of the ring, their styles kind of complement each other and they're very similar. You understand what I'm saying? Which is why I feel like this will go down as one of the best fights we have ever seen if it happens now. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not trying to see no fucking fight like Roy Jones versus Bernard Hopkins part 2 when they in their late 30s and early 40s. Don't nobody want to see that shit. You understand what I'm saying? We can watch Rocky Balboa for that type of shit to see him fight Apollo Creed. We don't want to see this in real life. You understand what I'm saying? You got it? Are you listening? I mean, this shit just pisses me off, man. When is boxing going to realize that this shit ain't popping? The fans are antsy. And I am a firm believer in giving the people what they want when they want to see it. You understand what I'm saying? Which is why I decided to upload a video tonight, goddammit, because I know y'all want to hear me pop my shit. I know you do. Because I spit the real shit on YouTube. Ain't nobody realer than me. You know, that's unbiased, that's dropping facts on top of facts. You understand what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, let's just say not Bud, but Errol Spence gets that third strap from Ugas, right? Because I don't see Ugas posing a threat to Errol at all. He doesn't have power. He's flat-footed. He don't move his fucking head. Yeah, he had a great outing against Sean Porter, and I felt like he won. Hell, I watched the fight again last night just to, be able to come up with my analysis whenever he does go up against Errol Spence to, pick who gonna win and why. I've been watching all his older fights, just getting my shit ready for when this shit gets announced, because it sounds like it's signed, sealed, and delivered to me. They probably just, trying to figure out the venue or the purse splits or whatever the case may be. But sticking to the point, can you imagine if and when Errol gets that third belt from Ugas? Because he's already saying 60-40 now with just 2 belts. Is it going to be 70-30? 80-20? Hell, at this point, I wouldn't even be surprised if this man says 95-5 split. I mean, for Christ's sakes. You never know what Errol Spence is going to say. I mean, he is the king of contradictions. The man should join a fucking sorority because all he do is cap. He's an AKA. Cap, 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 cap. All these motherfuckers capping. I'm sick of all these boxers capping. That's why I am here on a fucking mission and a rampage to clean up the sport. That's my slogan. I am here for you all, not for the boxers, not for their promoters, not for their families and their fucking entourage. I can give 2 shits about them. Hell, I can care less if I ever get an interview from these dudes. I don't care. I'm still going to sleep well at night as long as I get the fights I want to see when I want to see them. That's my mission. But hopefully, this quote that you're looking at right here is a sign that the big fish, a.k.a. the boogeyman, a.k.a. Errol Spence Jr., a.k.a. the truth, is back and he's here to stay. Because if he don't hold his word, oh my God. You think I got parts, 1 through 8 right now? If he get that third belt and he don't go see Terence Crawford, you understand what I'm saying? And try to really make this fight happen, not negotiating in fucking public on Twitter and beyond. Because all they do is Twitter box now, right? All they do is wolf, 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 wolf. You understand what I'm saying? If he don't go see that man and try to make this fight happen after he fights Ugas, I honestly, I don't even think I got to make no more videos. I mean, because y'all get the fucking point. Y'all already know what time it is, man. Because the man has already said it once again. He is the holdup. Now, maybe they waiting for shit to open up. I don't know. But isn't Dallas open up? Isn't Texas, where he's from, open up? So don't come up here and tell me that you got to fight Ugas first. Why? I mean, we don't want to see that shit. But then again, I can kind of see it in a sense. I don't want to sound like I'm contradicting myself. But now I'm thinking about it as I'm talking. It would be a hell of a lot better if he does go ahead and fight Ugas. And if Bud faces Porter, because I'm not letting that Josecito Lopez shit go down by any means necessary. I am going to slow roast Terence Crawford, who is my favorite boxer, just FYI, in the sport currently today. If he were to go up against Lopez, I am going to slow cook his ass. But sticking to the point, if Bud faces a Manny, which I don't think that's going to happen. So let's just say Sean Porter. And then the winner of both fights face each other for undisputed, then I mean, oh my God, that sounds pretty damn good, y'all. I just don't want it to be next year. I want it to be at the end of this fucking year. And I am going to do everything in my power, along with my subs and the supporters of this channel, whether you love or hate me or not. At the end of the day, I'm here for y'all. You know, you can say what you want about me, but at the end of the day, I am here for the sport of boxing and us fans, the consumer, because you are the consumer. Yeah, you could be a fan of the fighter, but hey, at the end of the day, if you're not streaming illegally, you are paying to watch these fights. And are you really okay with paying for these lopsided ass matchups we have been getting for God knows, I don't know how long now? I mean, the sport of boxing, man, is just weak. You know, it's a bunch of prima donnas, a bunch of divas who want things their way and they care about purse splits and money and all this other shit. They want to hang around with rappers. I mean, they just into some other shit. It's nothing like the 80s. It's nothing like the 70s and the 60s. And dare I even say the 90s. It ain't too many throwback boxers in the sport right now. You understand what I'm saying? But I know I'm ranting and raving. And I've really just planned on making this video short and sweet. But y'all know how I get, man. When I start popping my shit, I'm sweating right now. I'm mad as a motherfucker. But then again, I'm happy because, hey, if this fight does happen, then that just draws us a little bit closer to Errol Spence versus Terence Bud Crawford, which is why we all are clamoring for the best to go up against the best. And those are my thoughts. Y'all drop y'all's below. But once again, I want to thank everybody for watching this video. If you haven't done so already, hit that like or dislike button on your way out. And once again, until next time, I'm going to try to go live tomorrow morning talking about some other shit. But until then, I'm gone. Holla.